Okay, now that I have a working power setup and we have 525 megawatts of power, we're going to take it back to the main base. And on the way back, I'm going to get rid of this sky road I created, because its main purpose was just to create the foundation alignment with the rest of the base. So we are going to run some power cables just back along in the landscape as we go. Now we've been running this power back from the coal network, and we're now just going to hook it up to the existing network here. And now you can see I was running out of power there for a while because the biomass generators while I was away were winding down because I wasn't topping them up. Now that I've added in that extra power, everything's going well, and we're going to head back to base and disconnect the biomass generators, and we'll be done with biomass generators. Alright, so now I have, remembering, 525 megawatts coming from the coal power plant. Power is now consistently brought across. How are we out of power? Wow, we mustn't be feeding. The water mustn't be correct. Oh no, I'm drawing more. I shouldn't be drawing more than 65 megawatts though. So we had a problem earlier, folks, with the coal network. I can show you here. We'll go over to one of these power poles. Everything was working fine, and then suddenly I lost power. It just dropped off, and these drop-offs here is the coal plants dropping off over time. So then I went and checked, because remember we went through the whole thing where we set up the just one generator here to be in the dedicated power network. It turned out that I'd made a miscalculation. We were correct in these numbers here. These were 20 each. So when I look here in the production menu, 20 is the power usage, so that's 60. So we still have 15 megawatts left over. When I looked at the Mark 1 miner, it says it uses 5 megawatts. I'm like, beauty. So that's 65 megawatts. What I didn't take into account was the fact that I had overclocked the miner. And when I overclocked the miner, that took its power usage to 15.2 megawatts, which takes us to 75.2 megawatts, which is more than what the power plant can output. And hence, it stopped providing power. That tripped the power network. There's two things I can do here. One of them would be underclock this a little bit, so it's only consuming 15 megawatts and not 15.2. The other one is the this power generator here. We allocate one more generator to the dedicated network, and that's what I'm going to do, because in the future I'm going to add more generators here, and those generators are going to need more extractors. So we are going to add one more, oops, that's not a one more generator to our dedicated power network. and I can do this here. So now we have 150 megawatts in our dedicated power network. It might seem like an excess right now, but it will help soon when because I am going to do another setup straight away again. And also once the coal and the power resume, the water extractors resume, then we'll be able to bring this back online. But now we only have, we will have 450 megawatts this time because we took away 75 megawatts. Once that's back online, here's our 450 megawatts. Bang, we're operational. So there's a good little lesson there and gives you an example of how your power is important. Now, I would not have come across that problem if I had all of them hooked up together until I tripped the whole network, and then we would have had to kickstart and all that sort of stuff.